Giving all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RACHAKWADASH, the honors to the apostles and the elders of a great millstone, and a sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Really quick video. Another video I ran across, talking about the layoffs and stuff like that. There's a reason, this is one of one of the main biggest reasons we tell you to stay prayed up, man. And do not trust in this system. Do not trust in uncertainty, because everything about this place is so uncertain, right? You got a lot of people out there that still brag about their college degrees and stuff like that, and all of these people are getting on the internet saying that I graduated 2 years ago, and I grad like there was one that said they graduated in 2023, and the time that she recorded it, it was late 2024, and still didn't get a job. So it's some this is why we tell you don't trust in this society, right? Do not trust anything about this society. Think about it, man. If they lied to us about our heritage, and they lied to us about how we're supposed to be, but we can't be how we're supposed to be. What else have they lied about? You really think they're going to tell you the truth about the job market? I mean, that's one of the things that's just on the surface. You dive deep down, they lie about everything, right? So don't rely on this system, right? The only one you can rely on is the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. You got a lot of people out there talking about, well, I can only rely on myself. All right, well, good luck with that. Nobody really relies on themselves anyway, right? You get up, you go to work, and a lot of you will say, well, that's from you relying on yourself. Well, you're working for a reason. If you relied on yourself, you would print your own money. You would have your own thing, right? But you don't, right? So anyway, this is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, right? And steal horses and trust in chariots. Woe is destruction. So, that's not always talking about death, okay? This destruction that this is talking about, it's not always talking about death, right? I'm curious to see what it says here, all right? So you go into woe, well, it's not going to pop up there, I guess, is it? All right, another idea. Let's go into the word whoa. I have no idea what's going on here. This is one of the best apps, by the way. Okay. From the interjection, a explanation. That's weird. It's not popping up anything. Which we already know whoa and woes. We already know what it means, but I'm a little surprised that it's not. Huh. Oh, never mind. It says it right here. Lament in many languages, right? So yeah, lament. Moan, bewail, wail, moan, weep, right? Wailing, moaning, weeping, right? So we see again, another thing for woe is lamentation, right? So you go into lament, expression of sorrow or grief, and that's exactly what's going on to these people in this video, is the expression of sorrow and grief, which also ties into woe. So when you are wholeheartedly trusting in this system, right? And I'm talking about putting your full trust. I mean, going above and beyond to get your degrees and whatever else. You get what you gotta get, man. You know, but do not place your trust in this society. Do not place your trust in this society. We got many brothers that have degrees in so many things, but they still do not put their trust in this society. It's just something that they just so happen to learn. That's something that they just so happen to get, to achieve. But do not put your place trust in this place. Do not place your trust in this society, right? Because woe to you, meaning another way, woe is the lamentation, right? So grief is going to come your way because you went down to Egypt for help. You stayed on horses and trusting in chariots, man. Right? You trusting in everything about this place. It says because they are many, right? So yeah, this place. It seems like they got everything set up. They got a military. They got a police system. They got an ambulance system. They got a fire department. You know what I mean? They got schools. They have institutions, right? Colleges and all this. And now they're going online. Now we got AI, pretty much get ready to take over, right? They look strong. You know, they look strong. There are many. It says, and the horsemen because they are very strong, right? It says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Right. Uh, Again, you're seeking so much, so deep into this place, so deep into this society, but you're not looking to the Holy One of Israel. Let's get ready to take all this stuff away, right? That's giving you, if you have those degrees, that's giving you those degrees, right? None of this stuff is going to save you in that day, man, right? When hell starts breaking loose, this is the beginning of it. One of the beginning phases of hell breaking loose is job losses because that's gonna make people irritated. That's gonna really rouse a lot of people up. Is these damn job losses, especially if they had a really good job, like tech. A lot of these people were in tech jobs with like 10+ years of experience in that type stuff, and here they are, flat on their ass, going broke, unemployed, right? With all these accolades and degrees and experience more than anything, right? It says, let's jump down. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not God, right? It says, and their horses flesh and not spirit. This is why we only wholeheartedly believe in the spirit, man, right? When you put your trust when you put your trust in this society, you're trusting in another God, or should I say, a multitude of gods. When you're trusting in this society, you're trusting in a multitude of gods, all except the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, which you can't follow the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI if you follow a multitude of gods anyway. You can't merge that, and that's what people are doing. They're putting their full energy into the society, and now people are starting to realize that it's all a scam, it's all a lie, right? Again, especially like I said, now AI is taking over, so they're really getting ready to start laying people off. They don't think about it. They don't AI robots, machines, androids, whatever you want to call them. They don't require breaks. They don't take lunch breaks. They don't eat. They don't need to eat, right? They damn sure don't need to be paid. What the hell does a robot need to be paid for, right? And there's so many other things. They're gonna be there at work. You're not gonna have to worry about them calling out. You're not gonna have to worry about them calling out sick or whatever. Having car issues, or claim to have car issues on the way to work, right? Claim to, uh, you know, PTO and stuff. Again, when you dealing with robots, you don't need to deal with none of that. You deal with androids, AI. You don't need to deal with none of that, right? You don't need to be worried about giving them no rate. Again, no paychecks. They don't need to be paid. There's so many things that comes with that. So get rid of them. As far as the people, they say, well, get rid of the people. Throw in the AI. So it saves us on some money, right? It says, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, right? So, uh, if you are conformed to this world, you're going to fall right along. You're going to fall with those that fall, right? It says, and he that hoping shall fall down, right? It says, and they all shall fail together, right? So again, the heads all the way on down to the last are all conformed to this world. You're all going to fail. You're all going to fail. Right now, what you're seeing is the heads failing, and now the people that are under are all the way down to the last, starting to feel the effects of it. The heads are struggling to keep up with the money, right? And whatever business owners have to pay for, right? Again, when they struggle, everybody else struggles. Then here comes the layoffs, right? You really think this AI was a mistake? This AI was not a mistake, and well, let me say now. Obviously, it wasn't a mistake, but it just wasn't something random, that just came up and said, yeah, this is the next big thing. No, this is not random. It's for a reason, and for them, it's for a good reason, right? So, anyway, that's pretty much all I got on this, man. Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh BAHASHAM Shai. Hey, man, don't trust in uncertainty. Uncertain riches is this place, as it's called. This place holds uncertain riches, man. Right? So anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh BAHASHAM Shai. BAHASHAM Rakak without Shalom.